Hey guys, I'm Mike, and these are my friends, Jacob and Matt.
Hi guys.
Hello.
And we're about everything. A show featuring only best friends. In this podcast show, each of us takes turns hosting an episode. But what's so special about that? Well, the host holds the power to choose the topic of choice. And today, I hold that power. But before we start this one, I just want to ask, how are you guys? How you been?
I'm doing good.
Doing good.
I'm possibly dead inside.
And you're
sweetheart,
possibly
we've
dead
been all been
inside.
dead inside.
Oh my. Please tell us why you're so dead inside, Matt.
Let's see, I was once married. That's about it. Yeah.
Oh, yep, that's all it took. Jacob, is there anything else you want to say?
Moist.
Moist. You know, moist. I don't get why people think the word moist is gross, especially when it comes to food. And like, for instance, I'll eat a brownie and I'll be like, man, that is so like dense and moist, and they'll be like, ew. And I'm like, what's wrong with that? Use the word moist. And I'm like, what's wrong with that? It's better when it's moist, man.
Okay, first off, I love how we're going on the rant about moist. I know people that don't like the word panties.
Ooh.
Mike's one of them, apparently. Shit.
Are we going to the Victoria's Secret catalog?
No.
Shit.
I don't want to get banned today.
What's another word? And that is so like people go, ugh.
Rubbish.
Rubbish. I actually really like that word. Especially when someone like Matt Daly says it. Oh my, that is so rubbish.
Well, that's
because he's fucking English.
I know,
English
it sounds cool. I love.
Would you like to play some football?
I love when English people talk. It's so cool.
Would you like a bottle of water?
Do you want to know something? I was talking to a friend named Charlie one time, and he's also from Europe. And I told him what I used to do for a living, and he told me, he says, "Oh, and so you're like a handyman?" And I'm like, "A handyman?" He's like, "Oh yeah, a handyman. That's what they're called here." You know, and it sounds stupid when I say it, but when he says it, it's like, that's so cool. I love listening to them talk. They make everything sound amazing.
Would you like an iced lolly?
Seriously.
Are we going to have the tier list of accents going on?
Yes. We'll have that later.
Number 1, Australian. Number 2, Russian. Number 3, English or British.
Hello there, governor. You like some vodka? No,
that was Russian as fuck.
I was trying to combine Russian with Australian, and it didn't fucking work.
Hold on, man. Rastafarian, man. Would you like to make a sketch comedy?
Could you guys imagine a fucking Jamaican Yoda? Going surfing, I am, man. Yeah, man.
Smoking weed, I am.
Be happy, you do.
What the fuck did I walk into today?
No worry. Be happy, you will.
Oh my god.
Worry, no, you won't. Worry, you will not. Okay, that's enough about how my best friends are. Now.
Oh, we love you too.
Are you guys ready?
No, because it's still broken.
Okay. We're going to do it anyway. To start, I want you guys to try something, and I want you, the audience, to try this too. Try to perceive and imagine what 100 years feels like. Can you imagine? Can you feel it? Is it too much?
I think we'd all be
wrinkles,
dead.
Wrinkles,
dust, bone, coffin.
Okay.
Constipation.
But the thing is, can your minds perceive it?
Yes.
Can you get an idea on 100 years?
My mind is too feeble.
Okay. So, Matt, try 500.
Yeah, I can see it.
1,000.
I kind of see it.
1,000. That's getting a bit distant.
100,000.
Gone.
Oh my God, George Jetson.
1 million years.
We'll be dead.
Oh yeah, the world will be gone by then.
It's impossible to understand how much time that is. However, we are about to transport through such a length of time that is far greater than these numbers that I stated. Gentlemen, I am going to force future Matt, the editor, to take us through time so you and the audience can understand the insane scope of time we are about to delve into. Matt, start transporting us. Yes. So, we as humans have been around for 300,000 years, at least dating back to our earliest ancestors. And that's a long ass time. But what if I told you that is nothing compared to the gap of time between our earliest ancestors and the creatures that inhabited this planet by 64,700,000 years, plus millions of years more? That is 500 million years ago. Matt, take us back further. Yes. Oh, fuck! Matt, stop! Oh, not that far. Okay, there we go.
Oh, look, the dinosaur train.
Jacob, present Matt. Today, we discuss the animals and creatures of the past that are only lost in time. Time that our minds will never be able to comprehend. So the way this will work is we will be looking at all of the prehistoric periods to visit, such as the Triassic, which was 252 million years ago, the Jurassic, which was 145 million years ago, and the Cretaceous, which was 66 million years ago, which overall spans 186 million years of amazing creatures to discuss. There are even periods, as I stated, that span over 500 million years of creatures to also discuss. And then we will skip into the period when mammals were beginning to rise and evolve. I tried doing research on those periods of time and stuff, but it got me completely lost. I am not smart, nor am I an expert, but I have a lot of fascination with the topic as well as a lot of these amazing animals. Now, the first of these animals I want to show you guys is one of my favorite prehistoric creatures of all time. It is a fish, not just any fish. So I'm going to send pictures here real quick. Again, this is not just any fish. This is the Dunkleosteus, the coolest fucking fish that exists 382 to 358 million years ago. Now, the first thing you will notice about this beast is it is unlike any fish because while its body overall has the same structure as a fish, its size is fucking huge, 24 to 30 feet long. That's bigger than a shark. And weighing at an astounding 4 to 5 tons. In addition, it has the unique evolutionary trait of its entire front being completely armored. This does not exist in any fish we know of today, as far as I know anyway. But what's really badass and terrifying is it doesn't have teeth, but instead its mouth acts as a sharp snap trap that would cut its prey in half and swallow the chunks whole, or even just the entire fucking thing because, its size. It also holds the record for one of the strongest bite forces alongside the crocodile and the great white shark.
Wow.
It was overall 11,000 pounds, but the fanged tip was 80,000 pounds per square inch. That's fucking insane. So while this prehistoric creature did not start from the earliest period, the first creatures to start things off were in the ocean. So here's my first question to get the ball rolling. What is your favorite prehistoric creature in the ocean? All right. Matt, are you ready?
Oh, why the fuck am I going first? I didn't roll for this. I didn't roll high on my initiative.
Well, who the fuck is going first? Who wants to talk about
Jacob.
Prehistoric creatures in the ocean?
Jacob, because I'm not prepared.
Yeah. The
Megalodon.
Nice.
The biggest shark. It was ferocious, cold-blooded. Well, sharks are already cold-blooded, but you know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
And how fascinating that these sharks probably don't even exist anymore. But I think somewhere deep in the ocean, there's probably still megalodons hiding somewhere.
Have you seen that video and where there's like a cage below, and the person who uploaded it compared the cage to into the size of a person? I believe it's like a shark cage.
Yeah.
And something swam in, and it's like a shark, and that thing was fucking huge. They estimate it to be like 60 feet long. It was fucking insane.
That's it?
I was actually showing that video to someone the other day, and they were like, holy shit. And I said, yeah. But I don't think it's a megalodon. I think it's a shark that already exists that's down there, but it just lived so long that it got fucking huge. So
yeah, fucking huge.
It did. Like, dude, you need to watch that video. It's nuts. Crazy. It's very impressive.
Interesting. Yes, yeah.
Hey, Mr. Bird.
If he needs a moment, he can take his time.
Well, who are we talking about?
There's a lot of prehistoric creatures, and
don't worry, because I have one. I just can't pronounce the fucking name.
use your speak capabilities or something, because I mean, whenever I can't pronounce something, I just highlight it and press speak.
Yeah, I'm cheating and just using my brain. Pretty sure
we are not scientists, people.
Fuck.
We are not scientists.
No,
we're not going to talk about the genomes and its relatives and the 48th generation of the fish.
Oh God, yeah. All right, we're going to talk about every little thing.
All right, we're going to attempt to pronounce this correct. The Ichthyosaur.
The Ichthyosaur?
Yes, pretty sure that's pronounced wrong, but it is a early relative of dolphins.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the kicker about these things, though. Go ahead,
Dolphin.
Mike.
Okay, I think I spelled it right, but do you know the size of this creature?
3 to 66 feet, depending on the species.
All right. And so this one has like,
because some of them used to have dorsal finger combinations for flippers. Some of them just had normal flippers. Some of them had like small teeth for trapping smaller prey. Some had ginormous fucking teeth for larger prey.
okay, and so it's kind of like the what the fuck is that called? It is the Plesiosaur. And so like the Plesiosaur has like all kinds of different versions. Ones with like short necks, ones with long necks.
Yeah,
this thing that you're describing is very similar. But you're describing the biggest one, pretty much.
Oh no. I literally just ran down the different variables of each generation. Because they're all flip-flop.
Okay.
Like, it's like it says some have smaller teeth, some have larger teeth, some are small, some are fucking gigantic.
I have to look at this.
It literally depends on which period of time it was. Like, the Mesozoic period, I think, were the smallest ones. Then as time went on, they got fucking larger and larger and larger. Yeah.
I know what that is. Okay.
Oh yeah, that'd probably help if I were to
exactly
do the thing I'm supposed to do while doing this.
Yeah, I know exactly what that is. Yeah.
Well, Jacob doesn't know because I didn't fucking send the pictures. It looks so derpy, but when you figure out it has some large ass teeth and it's up to 66 feet long, that's spooky.
Let's send you something that reminds me of that.
Oh, very good job, Matt. Very, very good job.
Very good job, Matt.
Very good. Very good. I really mean that.
They
Very good.
They look so fucking derpy. They do.
I know they do.
But when you figure out how vicious they could actually be, that scares me a little bit. Just something about them is just very interesting. The fact that it's warm-blooded, it's literally just a old-ass dolphin. That's all
Mhm.
it is. Except for, I'm pretty sure dolphins are missing 2 fins.
So the reason I know what this is because one of the images points out to what is the largest marine reptile of all time. It is called, I can't really pronounce this, the Shastasaurus. It is literally the largest marine reptile that ever lived, discovered in 1912. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't discovered in 1912. Oops. No. It was discovered in the early 1900s. It was 69 feet long and weighing 75. That thing is huge, man. So, what the hell
It's
is
from
that?
It's from
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
I have never watched Beetlejuice.
It's a great
Never
fucking
have.
movie, dude. It's
I
fucking
need to see
great.
it. So, are there any other prehistoric marine life animals you guys want to talk about from these times?
Well, my mother-in-law, but we don't really talk about her.
We're not even married. Shut the fuck up, Jacob.
Jeez. Alrighty then.
Wait. These fuckers have horns?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh, my
Oh,
mother-in-law.
wait, wrong thing. That's the next topic.
Now, when it comes to like the Megalodon, I think the Megalodon is not obviously a giant great white shark. And I think it's because of the serration of the teeth are far different. And yeah, you can compare it to a great white and it might share similarities, but I think this thing, while size-wise, I think they got it right. I actually would not think it would look anything like the great white. I just think it would have a different like pattern and maybe a different appearance just because, when sharks die, their skeletal structure is not the same as the material and that their teeth are made of. And so it literally like dissolves. That's what happens to the bones of fish and shit. Because at the end of the day, the shark is a fish. And so and so these things go through teeth constantly through their entire lifespan because their teeth are constantly being replaced. And that's why people are always finding these fucking teeth, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so in my opinion, it's a pretty decent guess, but I would imagine that this thing would look a lot different. And then they say it does. So yeah.
Yeah.
Especially also because its size would make its hunting strategies different too. So it wouldn't operate, I think, like a normal great white shark, just because we're talking about a 50 to 60 foot fucking shark. Like that is fucking huge, man.
That's like a me. Except for I'm not. Wait, 60 foot? Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm not 60 feet tall.
I wish.
Alrighty then.
Jokes
the
on you,
ladies will
motherfuckers.
actually
I'm a
notice
giant.
You
Giant
a
piece of shit.
fucking giant, man.
Pain in the ass. That's what I am.
All right. So are those your guys' answers
Yes.
for this
yes,
one?
Sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, madam.
All right. yes, ma'am. Okay, gentlemen. Now we go further in time, 189 million years later, when plants began to grow and creatures evolved and walked on land. My favorite of these landwalkers is the Carnotaurus.
Is it carnivorous?
Is it a
I figured-
carnivore?
Most likely, yes.
I don't know, man.
Gosh,
That name is kind of sus. I don't think it is. Do you know what I hate? I hate Craig. Okay.
Now recording.
Please keep him out of my chat.
Burger King footless. Last thing you want in your Burger King.
Oh, don't talk about that fucking guy. Cheese and rice. He is so annoying. God, he is so annoying.
It's about that Burger King footless.
Hey, Matt.
All right.
Would you like some Burger King footbed?
Jacob,
Dude,
I will
I'm
kill
telling
you.
you, that guy is so overrated. He is supposed to annoying you two, I think.
That's because of his voice.
His
That's
voice is why. It's horrible.
People make fun of it. That's why he's so famous.
How would you guys like if I did the podcast like that? Hey, guys.
Hey.
I'm Mike. And these are my friends, Jacob and Matt.
Now we're going to get taken down for cyberbullying.
We're not cyberbullying.
This is a podcast and where we're about everything. Literally. All right. So, so there is the Carnotaurus. This is a badass theropod supporting a short snout, 2 horns, spiky bumps along the body, and a slender yet strong build that existed 85 million years ago. They were seen as the T-Rex of South America that was 30 feet long and 12 to 10 feet tall. Weight varies, but it's estimated to be around 2,800 pounds. That's the size of 2 polar bears, pretty much. This badass motherfucker was also said to be unusually fast at running. It could run 35 miles an hour or more, and it's because of a special muscle located in its tail, thus making it one of the fastest large theropods that ever existed. It also possessed the ability to open its mouth unusually wide. This is something I didn't know until recently. Because like a snake, it was designed to snag up small prey and eat them as fast as possible. Its teeth and mouth were also oddly designed to trap small prey items. And the horns were, of course, designed to ram, but its skull could withstand extreme forces, as well as having a super thick neck. He probably swallowed like Blue Chew or something, choked on it, and his neck got real thick. I don't know. But the reason
what you just said reminds me of a scene from Austin Powers.
Yeah.
He's like, "What's wrong with your neck?" I took a Viagra.
And I choked on it.
I got stuck in my gut. I got a stiff neck for hours. Oh, thank you.
That's some good shit, right? So the reason was to ram into competition or prey and also tug on dead prey items far larger than itself. So think of this thing as like a prehistoric pit bull. So that's the way I would look at it. Not the most powerful or even the largest, but it's an insanely badass dinosaur. So my second question to you is, what is your favorite prehistoric dinosaur on land? You can also pick dinosaurs that can also swim and utilize water as a lifestyle like crocodiles do.
Well, I think I'm going to be a basic bitch for what I'm going to choose.
You definitely are going to be a basic bitch for what you're going to choose.
Shut the hell up.
So what is your favorite dinosaur on land?
I'm going with everyone's go-to predator. And I ain't talking about Jeffrey Dahmer.
And you guys can also choose multiple dinosaurs if you want. We're totally okay.
I'm going with a Tyrannosaurus.
Okay.
I'm sending a picture of one of my favorite Tyrannosauruses.
Yeah. All right. I'll look at it here in just a second. Oh, yeah. Fang from Prey. God. That's...
Prey. Primal, yeah.
Everybody listening, that's my favorite show of all time. I fucking love that show, man. I can't...
Here's another favorite.
Oh, gosh. What makes you like this dinosaur so much?
How much it can do with such, like, little hands, you know?
So, its name, do you know what its name translates as?
No, I do not. What is it?
It basically means Tyrant Lizard King.
It is the king of the dinosaurs.
Yep. Tyrant Lizard King.
So pisses off.
And a lot of people don't know. and that there's actually different species of Tyrannosaurus. There's a whole bunch of different ones of different sizes. All kinds of different Tyrannosauruses. A lot of people think that there's only one T-Rex, but there's not. There's quite a bit of them. And they were all over the planet, I believe. So, yeah, and I have to say, Jacob, I think that's an obvious choice, but at the same time, it's such a great choice because how do you not like the T-Rex? And how do you not like Rexy from Jurassic Park?
Especially that scene when she roars inside the museum.
My dude, best part, her greatest scene was the first time you see her.
Yeah.
That is one of the greatest scenes ever filmed in cinema. I fucking love that part.
Oh, just so we know, spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen Jurassic Park.
Which, if you haven't, you're out of your fucking mind. I'm sorry. Not to be an asshole, but seriously.
I must be out of my fucking mind.
You haven't seen it?
So.
No. During our finals for biology, mine and Mike's freshman year, our biology teacher forced us to watch Jurassic Park during the free period.
Yeah! I remember that. Yeah.
Hey, it was better than fucking staring at my iPad that I couldn't even watch YouTube on.
Let's just be glad it wasn't Lost World or Jurassic Park 3. Gosh.
I like Lost World.
I don't like Lost World.
I like Jurassic Park.
I do. I like Jurassic Park, and
World.
I think
the
Jurassic World
is doing
was
pretty good. It's not as good as
Fallen
the original.
Kingdom. I have no idea why people hated that. The first one I thought was okay. I liked Fallen Kingdom. I especially love the.
I enjoyed it.
Oh, what the fuck was that new dinosaur they made called? It was a new genetic hybrid.
Indominus Rex.
Yeah. Indoraptor. No, the Indominus
was the original
first one. Yeah, and then of course Indoraptor was in Fallen Kingdom, and I thought that was really.
That was a cool as hell concept.
It was really cool. No, I haven't yet.
I'm gonna tap Raptor.
I'm going to watch it on September 12th on Peacock, and you can watch it for free, the extended version. How cool is that? Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. So
I gotta write down that date. Shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it, man. That's gonna be some cool shit right there.
You can also watch WWE on Peacock.
I haven't heard good things about it, but I like dinosaurs.
To be fair, though, it's probably the end of the trilogy, so of course not. People are not going to be happy about it.
Yeah, true. And I also saw a lot of the old cast. Oh, geez, my voice went weird.
I saw
there.
Jeff Goldblum in the trailer.
Oh, God, you know,
what a man.
I don't care for him. I like his commercials, especially his recent ones about like homes and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I don't like him in movies. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So Matt, have you found a dinosaur?
I definitely have. We got my spiky boy. That's all I'm saying. Until everything sends. The Ankylosaurus, motherfuckers. A walking club.
That is a good choice.
That's the inspiration for Bowser.
That's a really good choice, actually.
I mean, first off,
good job.
20 to 26 feet in length, just that in general. That's a big ass dinosaur. That's bigger than my car. I'm using my car for measurements, damn it.
And it's also armored, and dude, the club on its tail.
Right.
Like, I would say this is one of the most dangerous herbivores that ever lived.
You know
I mean, dude, how do you as a predator even attempt to take this fucking thing on? And because there's some that have like spikes on their tails, and then you got this fucker that is just completely armored.
Not to mention, I don't think even you know this, a lot of their bones are fused. So it's like fucking a thick plate of bone instead of just how we are segmented.
Oh, and so it's kind of like a land version of the Dunkleosteus in some way.
Right.
That's actually pretty fucking cool. Nice. That's a really good choice. I actually was doing research on that one, and I was like, man, I would like to put this on here, but I love the Carnotaurus and always have.
I'm just
And
going
I fell in love with Carnotaurus when I was watching Disney's Dinosaur, even though its size is not realistic. But then again, if you look at Jurassic Park, a lot of those dinosaurs are not accurately correct at all. So, and like the Dilophosaurus is not like that at all. Didn't have the fin things or the poison or none of that shit. Didn't even look like that at all. And it was far larger too. So they were way off. And the Velociraptor, what they based it off of was actually the Utah Raptor. But the name Velociraptor sounded better, I guess. So they just went along with that.
So, before we get on to our next question, do you want I shall name this poor little spiky boy?
Yes.
He shall be named
Yeah,
Ankle Breaker.
Ankle Breaker, nice. Nice.
I mean, it's already in the name, so...
Oh, dude, what the fuck should I call Carnotaurus? Like Ultimate Scavenger or something?
Ultimate
Scavenger.
Carnage.
Ultimate
T-Rex.
Scavenging Carnage. Yeah.
I'll call my T-Rex Baby Dick.
Nice.
T-Dick.
Nice.
Say hi,
Nice.
Baby Dick.
Oh man. And so is that it for this period?
That is it.
That's it? Okay.
This
So
is-
I'm sad to say this, guys, but we are now fast forwarding. And as you can see, an event took place that had wiped out what was such an amazing world of animals that we will forever speculate and wonder about. We're just lucky that we have people like the paleontologists who go out all the time and uncover these remains and try to tell us about them the best they can. But we can no longer mourn, as we are now moving on to one last stage of prehistoric animals of sorts. The animals that began to inhabit the Miocene period takes place, I think, 42 million years later after the extinction event. If I am wrong, I apologize. So here's my third question. What is your favorite animal from the Miocene to the Ice Age? Now, my favorite is an animal that not a lot of people know about, but should. So I'm going to show this motherfucker. This is one bad motherfucker. This thing is so fucking cool.
Language, Mike.
Which one? I'll send this one.
There's only one child here.
All right.
And two.
Oh, God.
This gentleman.
Of course.
This gentleman.
It's Pumbaa.
Mike, I'm sorry I have to say, but do you know what the face of that thing reminds me of?
Go ahead, tell me.
Grape Horse from Berserk.
A lot of people should know about this fucking thing, okay? This is called the Entelodont. This is a predatory killing pig, often referred to as the pig from hell, that existed 38 to 19 million years ago and is over 6 feet from foot to shoulder, 10 feet in length, and weighs an insane 2,000 pounds. Its skull alone is 3 feet long. Fucking crazy. This pig is basically the size of a goddamn buffalo.
Mike.
The Entelodont, however, is the largest of its family and is an evolved version that was 4 times smaller. It grew larger because of the environmental change and basically herbivores becoming larger, thus harder to take on. Even at its smallest, these were seen as one of the most dangerous animals, or I should say one of the most dangerous scavengers next to the short-faced bear. It is also said to perhaps be the most aggressive animal that walked the lands. Nothing fucked with this Terminator pig. So what are your guys' favorite animals from this time period?
Before we move on, take a look at the picture I'm comparing the hell pig to.
Hold on. I will. I'm going to send the link.
I'm sorry, but
So, Matt, what were you trying to say?
Like I said,
Oh my god,
this thing reminds me of what I'm about to send, and it makes me laugh every time I fucking look at it.
I love this fucking thing though.
Come on,
you guys need to watch
send,
the documentary on it. It's so
there it
cool.
is.
Oh, dude. So I actually have something to. So I have a story to tell about that. So do you? Okay. So do you remember in the introduction video when I was talking about Berserk and getting the books constantly in school? Well, I was reading this part one day, and there was a guy sitting behind me, and he was like, "What the fuck are you reading?" I was laughing my ass off, but then Matt Lee was sitting next to me. Oh my god, his reaction was hilarious. I think from what I can recall, he looked at me and was like, "You are so fucked up, dude."
I'm sorry.
It was so good.
Fuck.
But yeah, it does remind me of that, doesn't it? Dude, I'm telling you, that part is terrifying though. And it also doesn't help that I'm terrified of horses as it is. I fucking hate horses. Well, I don't hate them, I'm just really fucking scared of them. So, yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm currently doing research on dumb shit.
No.
Besides sending pictures of rape horse.
Yeah. Yeah, the audience is going to be scarred for life when they see that.
I gotta do some censoring, but it'll be fine. You know what? This thing's interesting enough. There's just not much information on it because, yeah, it's very well unknown. We talk about
really
the Mammoths, a 5-foot long rhino. The smallest of its kind.
Rhino?
Yeah, that's the smallest of its breeds. Yeah. Most rhinos are like 10, 15 feet. They're pretty big bitches. But this thing's tiny. And apparently the females didn't have horns.
5-foot rhino?
Yeah, 5-foot rhino.
Wow. Okay, so what is the actual name of this rhino? Do you know?
Mammoths. That is its name. Mammoths. Also known as crescent horns. Mike's like, "You're full of shit."
Okay. That's all I needed. Thank you. That is really interesting, though. There was that. I was listening to a podcast, and there were also miniature woolly mammoths.
Yep.
And they lived in a specific part of the world, and they were tiny. They were miniature.
Oh god, I just realized how long their legs are. That scares me.
Oh, okay. I know exactly what that is. I've actually seen that in a documentary before.
Dude, their legs are longer than I thought. That makes me uncomfortable.
It's dude. So the Entelodont. So one of the members of the Entelodont, and because there's actually like a family of Entelodonts. Okay, so it wasn't just like a prehistoric relative to the pig. Some of these had really fucking long legs, like unusually long. So, but again, like this thing is like the size of a buffalo. Look at
tiny.
That is
okay.
I mean,
well, they're not tiny, but they're not the biggest thing in the world.
One. This is the biggest one.
Look, I got it enlarged because that looks fucking terrifying. Oh damn it! It's so tiny. Let me zoom.
Oh, the one that I sent?
Yeah.
The one that I sent?
Yeah.
Really? Because it's big for me. I'll send you another picture.
No, that's good enough. It's also because I'm using Discord to open it up. But,
yeah,
dude, it has fangs, has facial horns.
Yeah, it's fucking badass, dude.
Okay, it's about as big as a buffalo.
It was said to be one of the most dangerous animals that was alive at that time ever. It was like insanely aggressive.
It is really good.
Yeah, and yeah. Now the other thing is that this thing could run pretty quick, but only going straight. And this thing was a scavenger. And basically what it would do was it would follow other predators, right? and it would also follow the scent of the prey, and that it was, of course, hunting. Very similar to a short-faced bear. Okay? And basically, whenever that predator would make the kill, it would come in, use its sheer size and power to tell them to fuck off, and feed on that carcass. Because the thing was, it wasn't designed for chases. Because a lot of the herbivores were becoming bigger and faster, so it had to change and adapt. Yep, it had to change and adapt. However, I would imagine that this thing had quite a few encounters with the short-faced bear and the saber-toothed tiger, and there's another animal that is called the Hyena Dawn, but it's not related to the hyena. It's actually a marsupial, and it is a big, like, huge-mouthed, dog-lion looking thing. It's really fucked up looking. It's got like claws, and it had a lot of competition, funny enough, with this Entelodont, and that's what the documentary goes over. Is that these animals were rivaling each other quite a bit. But the other issue I ran into, just like the Terra Bird, was that there were animals from other countries that were coming to its territory, and their way of hunting really fucked things up. So like the direwolf, it came in packs, and they were smart. So they were smaller than our modern wolves, but animals like this had never dealt with that. Yep, that's the one. That is the Hyena Dawn.
It looks very similar to hyena, but it just has a longer snout.
And the other thing was, it had a really insane bite force, just like a hyena. So, and you can see that just from like the back of its teeth. Yeah. I never look at the front. I always look at the back, because the back of the mouth always tells you whether or not the bite force was insane. So if you look at a bulldog, for instance, you will look in its mouth and it's like, I don't want my fucking hands in that. It's fucking nuts, dude. Man.
All right. Yeah. All right. I think we should move on to Jakob.
All right. You said, Mike actually said it during his discussion. The woolly mammoth.
There you go.
Basically a hairy elephant. With big... Oh, my cat's trying to call me. Go away.
Attack the pussy, go!
Matt, shut up.
Very, very good, Jacob. Very good.
Yeah. The way that... I actually wish some of the mammoth was alive.
I mean...
Still alive.
Have you tried some of the men's hair products on an elephant? Might get them back.
The thing is, we're actually going to be delving into cloning here in just a bit. We're going to be delving into that.
Jesus
so
Christ.
We are going to talk about that here in just a bit.
No.
But the woolly mammoth, I think the woolly mammoth, man, it's so cool because it's one of the few animals from back then and that we find encased in ice. And we actually, and it's really fucking well preserved. It still has like flesh and hair, and dude, there's even muscles that are still there, and like the tongue, like Trevor Valley was talking about that. He's talking about like how he went up close and personal with the carcass of a mammoth, looking through its trunk, and everything's still intact, and it's stunning. It's so fucking cool, But my thing is, why don't we find other animals like that? Why is it just the mammoth, I wonder? I mean, you never see a saber-toothed cat like that, right?
What it could also be is due to the smaller animals having a higher agility. They could have also not been captured in the ice. They could have died of natural causes due to other reasons.
So, Jacob, the saber-toothed cat is actually not a tiger. It is actually a lion.
Holy shit.
It was guessed to be a tiger, but they now know it's a lion. However, there's something even badder than a saber-toothed tiger. The American lion.
Roar.
This thing was fucking huge. And it was a lion that lived here in America at one time. And it was also called a cave lion. They loved caves. And you did not fuck with these things. They were huge, man. But the thing about the saber-toothed cat that I think is so interesting is, what is the purpose of those teeth? Because, I mean, like, what does it utilize the teeth? How does it do it? Because there's debate on it. It's actually a huge debatable topic. Because if the cat were to like swing its head side to side, for instance, it could break its teeth really easily.
Right.
So it makes you wonder, is it designed to wrestle animals down and then of course impale its target with its teeth in a very vital location?
So that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Yeah, me too. Because if you look at its body, it's like a. I'm sorry if I bring up this animal again, but it's like a pit bull, man. It's like it's stocky and it's like flexible, because cats are pretty flexible, and you would think it being kind of stocky looking, it would just like wrestle animals. So, and the other thing is the Sabretooth cat also has a very weak bite force. It's extremely weak. So it can't really apply a lot of pressure. So to me, I'm like you, Matt. I think this fucking thing, its body was overall like really powerful. And then it utilized these really weird, abnormally huge long teeth to basically act as like
a sword,
an assassination knife. Yeah, like a sword or like an assassination knife, where it just like struck a vital part and it was dead, and then it could feast. So, but it also makes you wonder, how did it eat with those big fucking teeth in the way? I mean, if I had teeth like that,
pretty spread apart.
I mean, think about it. If you had teeth like that, how do you eat? It's really weird.
I think they're pretty spread apart.
I don't know, man. But the thing is that it's got those front teeth and they're like all little.
Right.
And so it's got to get through all that thick flesh. And in their bones, and which, by the way, these are actual bones. It's not like dinosaur bones. That's another thing. There's a lot of people that mistaken dinosaur bones to be bones. They're not bones. They're fossils. There's a reason they're called fossils. And the reason is because the material the bone is made of, the minerals that surrounded the bone replaced the bone itself. So it takes the shape of the bone, but it's not made of bone anymore. It's made of minerals. So that's why it went from like a 2-pound bone to a fucking 15 to 20-pound bone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So these Ice Age-like creatures, their bones are preserved not only because they're younger, but because most of them were found in tar pits where their bones were preserved extremely well. So, but yeah, I've always wondered that with the saber-toothed cat, like how the fuck does it even eat? It's such a weird animal to me. And I can see why it's controversial,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit. So is that your guys' answer for that section? So what if I told you guys that everything we've been talking about has been a complete waste of time?
Well, I should shoot you.
Well, fuck you, I'm ending the episode.
Now. Do you want the truth?
Sure.
So there is apparently evidence or people debunking that 1, the Earth is flat. 2, the Earth is only 6,000 years old. And 3, dinosaurs never existed. It's all fake. What are your thoughts on this?
You're a fucking loon.
First off, there's proof dinosaurs exist. Because who would just bury a bunch of giant bones?
I fucking would.
So get this. This is their argument. These paleontologists, they pre-make the bones, put them in the ground, and make it look like that they're digging them up. And they also argue that if you go to these museums, if you touch the bones, they feel like plastic.
Those are fucking displays.
Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why it fucking feels like plastic?
It's all the fucking minerals in the bone.
Well, no, it feels like plastic because it turns out fossils are really fucking fragile and they shatter very easily, as well as the bones that are found in the tar pits.
So they
and
probably...
you cannot And you cannot take these things and fucking hang them on metal and with risk of shattering all of this research. So what they have to do is that they have to make a copy, okay? And the other thing that people argue is, oh, well, you know, how do they even know what it looks like when they don't have a lot? Well, I'll tell you,
Scientific
they have enough
theory?
bones. Well, it's not just that. So, and so it is based on the real creature. The way they do it is that they don't draw around the bone. They don't make it up. Okay, they have enough bones to get a really good idea on building the creature until they find more. And so basically, they're not lying. Okay, they're basically trying to build this thing. But they can't do that with the real bones because a lot of them are also shattered and they have to put pieces together and it takes them a long fucking time. They also have to be really careful when they're chiseling this shit out. It's a lot of work. It takes years just to uncover an entire dinosaur. But even then, you don't always get a full body. Sometimes you get bits and pieces, and it's rare to find a complete set. Very, very rare. So, and the other thing that gets me is like, you say they're not real, and then you say the Earth is 6,000 years old. Well, then what about all the layers of Earth that basically allow us to go through time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And why are there things like, I don't know, fucking shellfish and weird fucking marine life in some of these? Because there was a point in time where the Earth was covered in water, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as you go through layers, things change. So these people are stupid as fuck. And dude, the flat Earth thing, that is becoming more of a thing, I'm realizing. And
There's so many proof.
sometimes I think dude, they don't even believe that's real. Like, it's so stupid. It's so offensive, especially to these people that are doing these groundbreaking things, do all this work, and then you have people that just say that shit is fake. Oh my god!
I know what they should do. Have a government car, drive all the way up to the thing, knock down their door, kidnap them, hogtie them, put them on a fucking shuttle, go into space, and it said, "Does that look flat to you?"
All right.
Oh,
all right.
dude.
All right,
Oh my
but
god.
you know what makes us all really sad, Mike?
Huh.
It's our generation and the previous generation that started that shit.
I know. It's almost like it's hip and cool to think the Earth is flat, but it's fucking stupid. And I honestly think they just do it to troll and piss people off. I really do. It's
I don't
just
know.
so dumb.
I think I literally work with the guy that thinks the world is flat, and I'm like, dude, you're fucking nutty.
I was talking to a really nice guy. He's the forklift driver, really nice old guy, and I was telling him about this, and he says, "Now, I disagree that the Earth is flat, and I disagree that dinosaurs didn't exist. However, I think the Earth is 6,000 years old." And he went on to describe the Bible. Okay, he told me, and I'm not a big Bible guy, but he says in the Bible, whoever wrote it describes like a long neck dinosaur. He actually talks about a dinosaur, describing it in detail, and he calls it a behemoth. So, if there's anybody out there who's very open-minded, and isn't a fucking flat Earth believer, but you do read the Bible because you're perhaps a Christian or whatever, do tell me in the comments or us in the comments if there is someone describing a dinosaur of sorts. I would love to hear that. So,
But I can't delve on the topic of religion. I'll piss off everyone.
Oh, I know. I understand. It's not to delve into religion. I just want to know if it's in there because I thought that was really interesting when he told me that. So, okay, so my dudes, I have one final question to end this off.
Mm-hmm.
So we are
Yes.
grateful that all of these stunning animals don't exist in our time. But apparently, there is the possibility of cloning some of these extinct species. From the last time I heard about this, we could clone, but it would take about 50 years before we could accomplish such a task. But do you think we should? And if we do you think it would impact our planet and us as humans in a bad or positive way?
Reference 1. Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
That's what's going to fucking happen. Then it's going to turn into Jurassic World Dominion.
Life finds a way.
What are your thoughts? Hello?
Hello?
You stopped.
Oh, okay.
I stopped. You stopped. I was waiting for someone to speak the fuck up.
No. I was sitting here waiting for you to do your answer, Matt, and I was like, is he gone? And that's it? That's your answer?
Yeah, just a Jurassic Park. That's it. Fuck you.
Okay. Jacob, what do you think?
If they were going to clone a dinosaur, I would go with the plant eater.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Brontosaurus.
Okay.
I mean, no, because we're running out of trees, apparently.
Yeah.
Matt, we're running out of everything.
Yeah, we are.
Dead ass. I would love seeing
things are kind of fucked up right now. I'm kind of mixed on this. I want to see some of these creatures, and I don't care who you are. You are going to rush and see the first motherfucker who clones any kind of ancient animal, whether dinosaur, mammoth, or anything. But I feel it would impact the planet as a whole when it comes to all the animals. But I don't think us as humans, because we have removed ourselves from being a part of like the animal world and entering a new one where we can adapt and change because of our smarts and technology. I will say that's limited, but it's more than they can do for themselves. And I think throwing dinosaurs in fucks things up, but we would not be affected because what people don't realize is that while a T-Rex, for instance, is huge, we have bullets that can kill an elephant in one shot. We can do the same to dinosaurs.
Well, first off, but here's the big thing, though.
And
the bone, muscle structure, skin, scales, everything is completely different from modern day elephant. Their bones are thicker, their hides are thicker, their muscles are thicker. A 500 Nitro Express, which is what used an elephant gun. Yes, can kill an elephant.
Our technology is so crazy, though. We can develop some really insane bullets. It's kind of scary.
Well, like I said, there's
what a single gun is capable of.
Like I said, we have the 500 Nitro Express, which is what the elephant gun uses. We have the 50 BMG, which is the 50 cal sniper round, which could be explosive tipped, incendiary, armor piercing, regular full metal jacket.
Yeah.
You literally need one of those two guns to start fucking with dinosaurs, unless you go into the explosives category. And I'm sorry to say, I don't think anyone's going to use an RPG on a T-Rex that's coming at them full speed.
Yeah. You know, something else is, like, right now animals are struggling. There's no way dinosaurs could even stand a chance to live. Especially because, like, oxygen levels are different. I mean, everything was different back then. Like, the fucking, I forgot what it's called. I'm not a scientist, but it has to do with, like, oxygen and all the heat and, you know,
climate.
All that yeah, everything was so different. All the insects were even fucking huge. And there's a reason, because the ecosystem was way fucking different. And even we couldn't walk around that shit. It would probably kill us, you know? And plus, the temperatures were extreme. Like, they were really high at some points.
Obviously, we're really low at one point.
Yeah, and we're really low. And that's a very natural thing that happens through millions of years. And the other thing, and I don't mean to get controversial, but I hate when people say, we're causing global warming and we are killing the earth and we're doing all this stuff. Well, yes and no. We are not creating it. We are speeding it up.
Exactly.
And it's not the earth that's fucked. And George Carlin will tell you this, and I agree with him. We are fucked. Not the earth. Because the earth will recleanse itself. It will heal.
Right.
It is... Dude, it has survived a meteorite crashing into the earth. The skies were completely black. And dinosaurs died within 3 months. And look what it turned back into.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to cleanse itself. I mean, that's just... The earth will do fine. Hell, everything that's bad is coming out of the earth. It'll just take it all back in a different way. It'll just take a long time. So what were you going to say, Matt? I'm sorry.
I don't remember.
Dinosaur got your tongue? What are you
Fucking
doing?
apparently Combi tried to rip that shit out.
Well, okay. So I have something to tell you guys.
Oh, you're coming out of the closet?
All right, here we go. So this entire time, I have been assigning points to you through the entire episode. However, there is a special reward for who wins.
What, you blown?
You will...
Is it a pee touch?
No, you will get a drawing done of your character creation for the next episode I host, which is about character creation and discussing originality. So let's see who takes the win. Now, I'm going to go through a list of dinosaurs, okay, too. So let's start with Matt. Matt, in the ocean section, you got 138 points. Because of the Ichthyosaurus, and you also included the largest one, which is the largest marine reptile of all time. The Shastasaurus. Okay? The largest marine reptile that ever lived. So you got 138 points for that.
Wait, question though.
Jacob.
What's the max amount of points per category? Because you didn't explain that.
No, this was all done through math, and I'll explain to you guys after the video because So Jacob, you got 100 points for the Megalodon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you got 100 points. So I'm gonna go through real quick, and I'm gonna tell you what you could have got. So if you would have had the same answer as me, you would have only got 1 point.
Damn, that's fucking savage. Jesus.
However, for the dinosaurs I did not have listed on here, I would have taken the dinosaur, the creature, taken its length, the length of the creature, and divided it by 2. And that would have still been points, but it would have been divided. Now, the first one we have is the Plesiosaur. The Plesiosaur overall, it was discovered in 1923, and it's worth 30 points. However, if you would have named the Lythronax, which was discovered in 1873, you would have got 46 points. The next one we have is the giant sea scorpion. It is a scorpion that is far larger than a man. It was discovered in 1818 and is worth 16 points. Now next, we have the biting sperm whale. I cannot fucking pronounce its actual name, but it's pretty much called the biting sperm whale. It was discovered in 1992 and is worth 46 points. Then we have the Megalodon, which Jacob, the Megalodon was on this list. You got 100 points for that. And then we have the Plesiosaur, which was discovered, described, and named in 1841 is worth 100 points. The Mosasaurus was worth 112 points. It was discovered in 1964, but identified in 1808. Oh wait, I'm sorry. It was discovered in 1764. My bad. That sounded really weird, I bet, for a moment. It was identified in 1808 and named in 1822. Then, of course, we have the Shadowsaurus, the one that is from that one family, Matt, that you had mentioned. It was discovered in the early 1900s and is the largest marine reptile that ever lived at 69 feet long and weighing 75 tons. It is worth 138 points.
Can
Then
you, 1 second.
we have...
Can you please repeat the length?
The length is 69 feet long.
Nice.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's a big motherfucker. The Leviathan sperm whale is worth 137 points. It was discovered in 2008 and holds the record for the largest teeth, being 1.5 feet long, as well as being 57 feet long and weighing 62 tons. So the way these points work was, if you would have had the creature on the list, I take the length and then I multiply it by 2. However, if you would have guessed a creature that wasn't on my list, I take the length and divide it by 2. So, now, we move on to the land section, the dinosaurs that roamed on land. Matt, you got the Ankylosaurus that was on my list, and you got 52 points for it. Jacob, the T-Rex was also on the list, and you got 80 points out of it.
Well, I know who's going to win this one.
All right, now let's go through land real quick. So the first one we have is the T-Rex. It is 80 points. However, if you would have guessed its earliest relative, you would have gotten 180 points. It is called the Lythronax, discovered in 2009 as a relative to the T-Rex and the oldest known species of Tyrannosaurus, and its name literally translates as Bloody King because it is seen as a mentor of sorts to all the greatest predators on land that use all the same basic hunting tactics and its abilities despite being far smaller than the T-Rex. Now, the next we have is Triceratops. Matt, if you would have guessed Triceratops, you would have got 60 points. It was discovered in 1887. The Ankylosaurus was discovered in 1906, and again, it is worth 52 points. Now next, we have the Pterodactyl, or any flying dinosaur. That is worth 38 points, and the first one was discovered in 1784. However, if you would have guessed the largest flying dinosaur of all time, which is called Quetzalcoatlus northropi, I can't fucking pronounce it, it is worth 72 points. This flying dinosaur, discovered in 1971, is the largest flying dinosaur ever found at 19 feet tall, the same height as a giraffe, with a wingspan of 36 feet. It is huge. Now, we move on to the Brachiosaurus, or the traditional long-necked dinosaur. If you would have named this one, it would have been worth 144 points. However, and it was discovered in 1900. But if you would have guessed these other two, the Patagotitan, which is the second largest dinosaur that was ever found, at 122 feet long and weighing 70 tons, and discovered in 2014, you would have gotten 244 points. However, let me see what this is called. The Perutasaurus, if you would have guessed that one, you would have gotten 260 points. This dinosaur was discovered in 2001 and is the largest dinosaur ever found at 130 feet long and weighing 110 tons. Although it should be noted that only 4 bones are obtained from this dinosaur. However, they are so big that the paleontologists were looking at what was the largest dinosaur ever. Send pictures of this. You guys are gonna freak out on these bones.
And what if we don't freak out?
All right, this
Lose 50 points.
This is just one of the bones.
Oh God! What the?
Okay.
That's a fucking vertebrae.
That guy
Yep.
looks so creepy down there. Yeah, you're right. It is freaky.
Here's another bone.
Oh, Jesus.
That guy is also freaky looking.
Mm-hmm. It was
Mr.
obvious
Bean looking at.
that it was the largest dinosaur ever found. Here's what they guess. So this one I would say they were guessing, but the bones are so obvious. So obvious. So you would have gotten a shitload of points if you would have named it, but it's okay. Then we have the Allosaurus, worth 76 points, discovered in 1877. But then we have the Saurophaganax, discovered in the 1930s, and is worth 80 points. Badass fucking dinosaur, by the way. One of the largest predators that ever lived, at over 40 feet long. Huge fucking dinosaur. Then we have the Velociraptor, the infamous Velociraptor, discovered in 1923, and it's worth 14 points. However, if you would have stated the Utah Raptor, you would have gotten 40 points, because the Utah Raptor is a 20-foot long fucking Velociraptor, and it was discovered in 1975. Then we have the Tarbosaurus, discovered in 1946, and you would have gotten 78 points. Divide that by 2, and that's the length of the dinosaur. Then we have one that I can't even fucking say its name. Carnotaurus, I think is how you say it. It is worth 92 points. But then we have the all-infamous Spinosaurus, and it got additional points, and I'm going to describe why. And if you would have said Spinosaurus, you would have gotten 120 points. The Spinosaurus was discovered in 1912. However, during the rise of the Nazis, the only fossils were destroyed in some bombings. So for years, the Spinosaurus was the most mysterious dinosaur of all time. But in 2017, a more complete fossil was found by non-professionals. When professionals got a hold of the person who had uncovered the set and took them to the location, they were able to obtain more remains and construct what the real Spinosaurus really looked like. And it was not only stunning, but more odd than anyone could imagine. Then, in 2020, more was discovered about the tail, which was a paddle. No longer is the Spinosaurus a mystery, and that's why it got the points it got. It was over 50 feet long. It is a huge fucking dinosaur, but very odd, very odd. Now, we move on to the Miocene section. So, Matt, you said the mini rhinoceros, or the crescent horn rhinoceros. And I hate to tell you this, but you only got 3 points for it. So, I am so sorry. But
he's already going to win, though.
But Jacob, you got 312 fucking points for the fucking woolly mammoth. So what I did for this section was I took the length and height of the creature in inches and multiplied it by 2. However, if it was not on my list, it was going to be divided by 2. Actually, Matt, that should not be worth 3 points. Well, you said the size was 6 feet?
5 feet.
5 feet?
5 feet.
So how many inches is 5 feet?
That's 60 inches.
Just measure your dick.
So you would have actually gotten 30 points. So you got 30 points for that. My bad, my man. Now, so Jacob got 312 points, though. That was really fucking impressive. So here's how this would have gone. The first one we have is the short-faced bear. And if you would have said the short-faced bear was your favorite, you would have gotten 228 points. And it was discovered in 2008. The woolly mammoth, again, 312 points, was discovered in 1796. Then we have the Sabretooth Cat, discovered in 1988, was worth 136 points. The direwolf, discovered in 1854, was worth 138 points. Then we have one that I'm really shocked, and that none of you guys actually said this one. The Megalania. It is basically the ancestor of the Komodo dragon. It is 23 or 24 feet long and weighed like 2,800 pounds or something like that. It is fucking huge. And it was discovered in 1859 and is worth 552 points. It is huge. Next, we have the Terra Bird, discovered in the 1960s, and is worth 240 points. Then we have the Gigantopithecus, discovered in 1935, worth 236 points. Then we have the American lion, discovered in 1873, worth 192 points. Then we have the Hyena Dawn. It was discovered in 1838 and it's worth 192 points. Then we get to the flat earth section. If you agreed, you would have you got 100 points, which you guys both got 100 points for that. If one of you fuckers would have disagreed, you would have lost 200 points.
Oh, you would have lost more than 200 points. You'd lose your seat at this podcast.
So let's add up all these points. So I'm gonna do first. So I'm gonna goddamn. So I'm gonna send these to you guys on the disc.
See, there's no math needing to be done because I know Jacob won.
I know, but I want to tell the audience the total points overall. That. So one. You can cut this part out, Matt.
But put up the points so we know. So put up the points so the audience knows. So just got it. Bless me.
Wow, Matt got. Goddamn, my memory is horrible. 320 points in total. Not too bad, Matt. I actually thought the score was going to be way lower because I thought you guys were going to like name some really weird dinosaurs that wouldn't even be on my list, but you guys really shocked me. And Jacob got 592 points. The winner, obviously, is Jacob. Congratulations, Jacob. You won. I am going to draw your character in the next time I host in the character creation episode. So make sure you're prepared for that. Give me details of your character, and I will be drawing it for you. And we will be showing the audience your character on screen.
All right. I just like to thank the Academy. I also like to thank my mom, and I like to thank Matt's defeat. Just pretty much all that. I like to thank you, Mike, and also all those idiots who believe the world is flat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, all the people that think dinosaurs don't exist, the Earth's flat. Oh yeah, we definitely thank you. But that's all we have. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this podcast, please like, comment, subscribe, and check out our other videos as well as our personal channels linked below. These are my buddies, Jacob and Matt, and we'll see you guys about something real soon because we're about everything.
Bye.
Bye. Hey guys, so something I just want to tell everybody is while Jacob did win and I will be drawing his character, he has till this upcoming Saturday to present me his character. If he, the winner, fails to do so, then I will be drawing the loser's character instead. So that's all I wanted to say. Again, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.